You gotta hear this. When you live in America, and please write this down. Now, if we want to debate, we can debate on the percentages. But let me just say that 75%, when you were born in America, 75% of the work has already been done when you're born in this country. I'm just being real. I don't know if you've been to a third world country. 75% of the work has already been done for you. So what do I mean by that? And I'm here to shame you. I'm gonna shame your 25%. Because when you're not making good money in America, it means one thing, that you're putting the onus on somebody else. That's all it means. If you're not wealthy in America, it just means you made it somebody else's responsibility for you to make money. That's all it means. Like, listen to me very closely. If you live in America and you're not wealthy, it just means you was relying on somebody else to do the work for you that you're supposed to do. So watch this, watch the numbers. So if you're in business, 50% of the work has already been done. You already have a product. I'm just being real. If you, like whatever company you work for, they gave you a product. And number two, they gave you the business model. So you come into an LLC, you come into an S Corp, you come into a nonprofit, you come into it. You ain't got to do no paperwork. You don't need administration. You ain't paying no taxes. Listen to what I'm saying. You come into a business model. They already have the business model. The only thing you got to do is make money. Listen to me. 50% of the work has already been done. Now, when I say 75%, that 25% means that the Creator is already giving you a gift. Look at me very good. You come into a world where when you do bit, like I'm here to speak, everything has been set up for ET. They sent my 50%. They got my flight. I got a hotel. Like they got me in the green room. I got stuff. All I have to do is come on stage. I don't have to call you. I don't have to set up this arena. I don't have to do nothing but show up. 50% of the work has already been done. Another 25, God gave me out the womb a voice. Look at me very closely. A lot of people speak. God has blessed a lot of people that may speak. But I've been given a voice, like I'm not sure how they did it, but when I was created, they said, turn the tremble down and bring up the bass. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing to do with that. I was born with this volume. I used to get in trouble in school because of this energy. Now I get paid for this energy. Listen to me, I was outside with a guy, I was like, yo, what you want me to talk about? He said, I don't care what you talk about. I just want to hear you off YouTube. He was like, yo, when I watch you on YouTube, I'll be ready to run through a wall. I just want to be in the presence, in the room. So watch this. 75% of the work has already been done. The real problem we have, the 25%, which is personal development, that's why we're not making no money. That's why we're not making no money. Because of the 25% you're supposed to do that you're not doing. And you look, you got 75% and then you're trying to dump your 25% on somebody. Just want to make sure I'm making sense before we go principled. I want to go practical. It's easy for me in America. If I lived in a third world country with this voice, I might still be doing something I don't want to do. I live in America. Somebody said, where you live? I was like, man, I had to stop. Like, that's a trick question. They was like, no, where you live? I was like, it depends. They was like, depend on what? The season. So in the summer and spring, I live in Michigan. In the winter, I live in San Diego. Man, you missed what I just said. I live in America. I'm one of the few places in the world where you can be bi-coastal. And I'm looking to buy a property in Houston because one of my artists, Toby Nwigwe, he's in Houston and I need to be there more. So one more time, because I know I have some people like me, I got a GED first. I didn't graduate from high school. Listen to me, did y'all hear what I just said? I live in a country where you can fail academically and still make good money. So number one, we're gonna talk about, now I don't do money, I do wealth. Because I'm financially well off, but I've been married 31 years to my high school sweetheart. We've been together almost 35 years. I got 2 grown kids. You live in a country where I was homeless for 2.5 years. I was a high school dropout. I got my GED, went to college and got kicked out of college. And I'm still the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Only in America can you start at 25 and then up from 25 to 51, you can still be #1 in the world. So please write this one down. No excuses. Write this down. I'm not playing. Write this down. And for those of you who don't write, that's why you're not where you're supposed to be. You don't follow instructions. Follow instructions. Listen to what I just said. There's somebody in this room. I'm not going to be available next week, but I'm available today, and you're going to need this information. And I need you to take. Now, it doesn't mean you ain't 90% there. It don't mean you're not 80% there already. It don't mean you're not 100%. But I'm trying to explain to you where I am in the world. I'm still not where I want to be. And God strategically still is putting people in my life to help me to get to the next level because they have experiences I don't have. They have knowledge I don't have. They have influence I don't have. They got connects I don't have. They got impact I don't have. I have students that I know personally at Michigan State that went through school because of Bill Gates. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Chicago. I was like, yep, I got you, bro. I need to be a billionaire. I got it. I got it. Makes sense. Now, y'all think I'm playing. But I want you to hear something. I walked away from that room knowing I need to be a billionaire, not so I could buy stuff, so I could change the world. And I now have a scholarship that's 10% of a few million that we're making. And you know what's crazy? The person that's over my estate, she actually created a scholarship for kids. She put hundreds of thousands of dollars to the side for kids on academic probation like I was. Okay, y'all missed that. You missed that. When you're on academic probation and you want to come back to school, there is no scholarship for that. So she created a scholarship for kids who messed up, but then they turned their life around. Does that make sense? So watch this. The reason why I didn't want to be a billionaire is because I didn't want to bear the responsibility of being a billionaire. I'm going to say it one more time. If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand. If you don't, don't. But when I say to you, I loved only making right about $1 million because there's a different level of responsibility when you make right at $1 million versus a billionaire. Do you understand what I mean now why I said I didn't want to bear responsibility? If that makes sense, raise your hand. Listen to me. Your 8-figure or 9-figure opportunity is a responsibility away. But guess what? Here's what I don't like about us sometimes. You want to exercise your freedom on the world, but you don't want to exercise it on yourself. Oh, you'll shut the world down for telling you what you can't do, but you won't say nothing to you when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're not getting up when you're supposed to get up. You procrastinate, but you let you slide. But let the government do you like that. You ready for it. All out. I'm not mad at you. Fight, do whatever you feel like you personally need to do, but do something to you too. You want to hold them accountable? Hold yourself accountable too. You know you're not making the money you're supposed to make. You dressing up, you got the car, the house you can't afford because you're trying to prove something. You live in America. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. You can actually do what you dreamed of doing. This is America. You ain't got to play like you got it. This is America. You can really have it. But you know why we want to play like we got it? Because it's easier to play like you got it than really do the work to get it. So I came for one thing today. I came to tell you we live in a great country. 75% of the work has already been done. 50% by this country, 25% by the creator. You got to do your part though. You ain't gonna never blow up if you don't do your part. And I'm standing here today because I did my part. Now, I didn't do it up to 25, I ain't gonna lie. I was homeless, I was a high school dropout, I was a college dropout, I was making stupid, dumb decisions, credit was tore up, I ain't had no money in the bank. But one day I woke up and was like, yo, E, bro, you live in America, bro. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Here's my only goal for Eric Thomas. I want you to die on E. If you could be the best in the world, then be the best in the world. I never knew if I could be the #1 motivational speaker in the world, but I woke up one day and was like, yo, let's pursue it. And last year, y'all, I challenged myself. I said, Eric, I know you couldn't read or write when you was a teenager, but you grown now. You grown now. They can say the word for you on Instagram. Like you can get dictionary.com and they can tell you what the word, grow up, go in the studio, go and learn. And so now I said 2022, E, now it's time. You should have been in the Lion King. My voice is all over the world. It's no reason it wasn't on the Lion King. I just didn't go over there and demand that I need to be over there. So I'm writing a script for Netflix or Hulu. Why? Because I start, in COVID, I wouldn't watch TV. I started watching COVID. I was like, oh, I can produce that. So I'm doing a show called Torn that we're writing right now. And it's the love story of me and my wife when we hooked up when I was 15 and she was 16, and our journey from the streets of Detroit to #1 in the world. Can I say this to y'all? I could have been doing this years ago, but I never held myself accountable. I held my biological father accountable for not being in my life. I held my mama accountable for getting pregnant at 17. I held the Detroit public school system responsible for not teaching me what I thought they should teach me. I held everybody responsible but Eric Thomas. The day you start holding yourself accountable is the day that everything in your life is gonna change. Write that down. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Text yourself. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Look, I can leave now. We're gonna go through a couple slides, but that's it. If you hold you accountable when you leave, if you discipline you, if you put you on punishment, if you determine that you're gonna learn this product, that you're gonna learn this industry, that you're gonna take everything that you were given and take it to another level, I guarantee you in this country there's nothing you can't have. I'm hurt. I'm mad at myself because I could have been doing this. So #1, here's what I need you to do. What I want you to do for me is I want you to write the vision, all right, and make it plain. I want you to write the vision, like flat out. There's not one thing I got out. Do y'all know the joy of me seeing a father with his 3-year-old, his 5-year-old, and they watching my stuff together, and little man saying, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. You know where I got that from? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan said he played basketball so well so that wives who didn't even understand the game would come and watch him. And if the wife and the kids came, the whole family would be at the game. He wanted to play so well that the whole family would come out and watch him play. So I said, if Mike could do that, I could do that. Write the vision. What's your vision? A lot of you struggling because you don't even know, you waking up every day with nothing to do. You just getting up. You don't even know what your goals are. You don't even know. Write your vision. Some of you wear stuff, you do stuff because other people are doing it. No, stop doing that. What do you want? In Michigan, y'all, I just moved to Cali, I told you 2 years ago. There was a young lady who came to my house with her mom, and she walked in my house and she looked at my house and she was like, no way. Her mother was like, don't be rude, sweetheart. She was like, I'm not being rude, no way. And I was like, what you mean no way? She's like, no way you live in this house. I was like, what you mean by that? She's like, how big is this house? I was like, 2,300 square feet. Like my house in Michigan, you could walk in the front door and see the whole house. She was like, but I thought you were. I am. I am E.T. the hip-hop preacher, you're right. And I am wealthy, you're absolutely right. But I love this house because everybody here is in the working community. And I love living in the working community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter. His wife is a teacher. I love living in this community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter who cut my grass, who shovel my snow. Anything break in my house, he come and fix it. I can't move nowhere else because I can't find another neighbor like this. I love my neighbor. How many of you live in some communities where you can't stand your next door neighbor? Just be real, raise your hand. That's a terrible experience. So she was thinking, and she was right. If I had a low self-esteem and I hadn't wrote a vision for myself and made it plain, I probably would have moved to a different community. But moving to a wealthy community was not a part of my vision or my plan. My vision or my plan is being married. I want to be blissful in my marriage. I want my wife still to desire me. I want to still desire my wife. I want us to act like we did when we were in high school. That's my vision. That's my vision. My vision ain't necessarily a watch. It ain't nothing wrong with watches. They're investments. There's nothing wrong with jewelry. It's an investment. But that's not what I want. So I'm not going to let society, and let me say this to you. You like, Eve, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the energy you putting toward impressing somebody is the energy you're wasting to do what you're supposed to be doing for you. That's why it matters. Because now you're wasting energy on getting 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures or 9 figures on trying to impress somebody, and energy is only gonna go one way. It don't go both ways. So if you're wasting time trying to impress people, it means you're not using time to impress yourself. Listen to me very closely. I got up this morning, I flew here to speak for my boy Cole. Cole called me. E, I need you to, I got you, bruh. Then I'm flying back home tonight. When I get home tonight at midnight and I get my wife in that car and we drive back to our house, when I go to sleep tonight, man, I'm gonna sleep so well. I don't care what you think of my presentation. I'm gonna be so excited because I walked through that hall and there were people who saw me and they said, yo, E.T., bruh, I've been watching you. And I saw them, I saw the look on their face. I ain't even make them do it. I was like, pull out your camera, bruh. Let's get a pic. I'm like, bruh, come on, let's remember this. You're gonna be telling somebody you know, I was with E.T. and they gonna say, no, you weren't. I already know how it go. They not gonna believe. So let's just get this pic real quick. So when they start saying it ain't the truth, you can just show them the pic real quick. Or when it's my birthday, you can post it like, E.T., happy birthday. That's my dude. And you can get some credit and get a couple more followers. You know what I'm saying? I know the drill. Or you can knock on the door and they like, nope, we don't want to buy this product from you. And you like, you know E.T.? That's my boy. They like, come inside. You listen to E.T., I listen to E.T. Come on. So it has nothing to do with this. I'm gonna go to bed tonight and feel real good. You know why? Because a part of my vision is making people feel good. When I walked through that door, I took a picture with everybody that wanted to take a picture with me. I didn't run back to the green room acting like I'm big time. So I'm going to be able to sleep at night knowing I made my dreams come true. And the problem with a lot of you, your energy is being wasted on showing other people who you are. I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. So a lot of you don't have, be honest. We're not playing no games here. Talk to Sam, we got a way to help you after this. How many of you, honestly, you are knocking on doors and grinding and making moves, but you don't necessarily have every single step written down for every single day? Just be honest. Some of y'all, you in the dark. That's the problem. So we're gonna help y'all. I got a plan. We're gonna work with y'all. I'm gonna do some video, give it to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all really how to walk through this. Because the day I got up, and every day now I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Here's what's funny. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day in that 24-hour period that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. The problem with most of you waking up and you worshiping money. Man, I was in the back with Cole. Cole was like, E, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one, not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that don't nobody else do. I know what Tony Robbins do. I know what Les Brown does. I know exactly what they do. And so I'm not trying to do what they do because I'm not trying to compete with them. I know that I have a way of doing in this industry what nobody else does. And I've picked out in this industry, I've crafted out my own room. And your problem is you at 50% knocking on doors trying to get the result, somebody at 100%. And you wondering why it ain't working. Because while you're doing what they're doing, you're not who they are. So why do I put more emphasis on time than I put on money? Because they print money. They don't print time. No, I'm gonna say it one more time. You are worshiping the thing that they make every day. They don't make time every day. Ain't nobody printing time. I ain't met them yet. I ain't met no billionaire. I ain't met no trillionaire. I ain't met no institution. I ain't met no company. I ain't met nobody printing money. I ain't met nobody that say, bruh, give me $500,000, I can give you 10 more years on your life. Matter of fact, throw in 2.5 mil and I can make sure your health is straight. There's famous people died from COVID. There's celebrities that died from COVID. So why are you spending more time on the thing they print every day than the thing, you know why? Because you're not developed and you following other people. When you understand that the real thing is time and you ain't got a lot of it, you start focusing on your time, and when you get your time right, money will come. I just had to tell Cole, no, I ain't gonna be there. Why? Because I'm gonna be in Dubai. Somebody say, you going for vacation? Yeah, they gonna pay me to fly there. Emirates, the big boy, the $15,000, 2 of them for me and my wife, the hotel free for over a week. And so, yep, I'm gonna speak one day and then the rest of the time is me and my wife's. I just left in November. Some people go to Dubai once every 10 years. I'm going every other month. Why? When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare. And diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much. If you would become rare, you just like everybody else. You look just like, you act just like, you just like everybody else. When you become you and you become rare, you become Those who have a why can bear almost any how. How did I become number one in the world? Found out my wife had multiple sclerosis. And they told my wife, listen to me, y'all, my wife's so beast mode. They told my wife she had MS and she's like, bet. Then they told her she had to quit her job and a tear came out of her eye. The doctor said, you don't have insurance? And she said, yeah, I got insurance. She looking at her like, why are you crying if you got insurance? Because my wife's identity is in her waking up and working every day. She went to school to be a registered nurse. She went to school to do breast and cervical cancer. She didn't want to be at home. She didn't want to be no home wife. She literally went to school to be a nurse. She loves her job. But when they told her she had to quit, my wife was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said, how much you make? She told me 5,000. I said, 5,000 times 12 is how much? 60 times 30 years, how much? 1.8 million. I woke up every day hunting 1.8 million. I'm number one in the world, not because I'm a better speaker. I'm not number one in the world because I look the best, because I dress the best. I'm not number one because my enunciation is the best, because I use the best words, because I got the best sentence structure, because I come from the best background. I became number one because I woke up and I hunted down the 1.8 mil so my wife would never have to work again. If you waking up every day and you want a Rolls Royce, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a Bentley, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a gold chain, you ain't about to beat me. If you woke up for a Rollie, you ain't about to beat me because you going after material stuff. I'm going after my boo. I'm going after my baby. I'm going after my high school sweetheart. I'm going after my kids so they can see their mom and their mama don't die. I'm making sure their mama don't get in a wheelchair if I can help it. If their mama don't lose her sight if I can help it. If her mama don't lose her memory. So I started studying MS like I had it. I started studying MS. Your problem is you're not studying this product like your life count on it, like your life depend on it. You playing with this product. You know what? You like the people that work for me that want to check and they never end up getting it. But the people who work for my company act like they own it. I wake up every single day making sure she don't have to go back to work. So watch this. I started studying and I found out 2 things. One is stress. So I had to take her out of a stressful situation. And then the other thing was vitamin D. And I literally, people say, bro, why you moved to Southern California? Because my wife got MS. I literally type, what's the best place in the world for vitamin D? Southern California. What's the best temperature in the world in the United States of America? San Diego, California. It don't go 99, 100, and then back down. It's right there. I said, San Diego, I'm hunting you down. We're moving to San Diego. Why? I don't care about San Diego. My wife, in the first year, last year, we were in San Diego. My wife said to me when we went back to Michigan, when the summer came, my wife said, you know something? I said, what? She said, I never took a nap in California. I said, what you mean by that? She said, the sun energized me and I never needed to take a nap. You gonna come after me? The reason why most of you can't do what you do, you keep getting knocked down, you keep quitting, because whatever your why is, it ain't stronger than the beat down you take it. Whatever the beat down, whatever life is throwing at you, whatever punches is blowing, whatever's happening, it ain't deep enough for you to wake up. Like you getting punched and you feel that pain and you like, ain't no need to getting up. No, and I feel you. You need to stay down because life gonna beat you. You talking about making millions, life gonna beat you down. You talking about making millions, multi-millions, billions, life gonna beat you down. So when you feel the pain and you get knocked down, stay down. But if you got a why that's deeper than your pain, y'all, this is a little too young. Y'all look too young. But when I was a kid, they used to buy this little bag for it, and it would weeble wobble, but it won't fall down. You can hit that thing and it'll go, and she'll come right back up. When I think about my wife and MS, My man called, hey, E, can you do the gig? I'm like, yeah, when is it, what time? All I thought about was Dee Dee's MS, put that in the bank. We might not even need that in our lifetime. Our kids might need it. Or because my wife got MS, my grandkid might end up getting MS. Put that in the bank, put that in investment for my I'm on my great-great-grandkids right now. That's where I'm at financially. Are you hearing what I'm saying? All right, let's go, I'm sorry. Sam, don't kill me. Without a vision, there's no direction. Without direction, there's no progress. Reason why you struggling getting up, because you don't have nothing to get up for. 4 steps to strengthening your mindset. Number 1, ask. What are your limiting beliefs? Where did they come from? And why are you continuing to live by them? My mom, son, I don't know about this entrepreneurial thing. You need to get a real job. A real job. I said, Mom, what's a real job? Security, benefits, longevity, security. I said, oh, you mean like Dad and you had GM and Ford and all 3 of them crashed? My mom told me, son, you need to get a real job. You need some security. I said, like Ford Motor Company that crashed and let go thousands of his workers, like that type of security. Like GM that let Dad go a year before he was supposed to get his pension. Oh, like that kind of security. That's kind of security you talking about, Ma? I'd rather be my security. I would rather, if I'm going to put my entire life on somebody, I'd rather bank on myself than bank on another institution. I'm sorry. So Ma, I love you. You want to talk about raising kids? Great, let's talk about raising kids. But you don't know about entrepreneurship, so let's not have that talk. And everything I was taught about working a job, I had to get that out of my mind, except that getting a coach will accelerate your learning curve. We blessed, right? You guys are blessed with Dean. You're blessed. Whoever he tells you, whatever he tells you to do. Can you do me a favor? Here's what I hate. I hate when I coach somebody. Like I've had a friend, right? And he was like, E.T., I'm putting a basketball court up in the backyard. How should I do it? I said, don't put a basketball court in your backyard. Don't do that. So he did it anyway and he got messed up. He was like, E, how do I fix the basketball court in my backyard that you told me not to put up? What? Say it again. How do I fix the basketball court in the backyard that you told me not to put up in the first place? That's what some of you do. You have coaching, but you're not doing what the coaches tell you. Just do what they tell you to do, how they tell you to do it, when they tell you to do it, and everything is going to work itself out. Identify why you're fit, what makes your talent, and we talked about that. Who are you? Once you know who you are, then now you know who your clients are. Your clients are those people who have exactly what you have and they're not using it. Or they're the opposite and they'll never have those gifts, and you're going to support them by giving them those gifts, right? Give yourself permission to be, to do, and get everything you're capable of with no limitations. Come on, with no limitations. I'll never forget when I went to the bank, and I told the lady, we're moving to Cali with my wife's chronic illness. Just the code doesn't work for us, so we're gonna move to California in the winter. We're gonna stay in California in the winter. The lady at the bank said to me, well, how much are you selling a house for in Michigan? I said, we're not selling a house. She said, well, how are you moving to California? I said, what does my house in Michigan have to do with my house in California? There's a lot of people who are, right? And then when I told my friends I was moving to California, everybody, the taxes. The taxes, how you gonna pay the tax? The gas is $3 more, the gas. I said, well, there's millions of people living there, they getting gas. Somebody got money for gas. Somebody can pay for tax. Like somebody live there. I know friends of mine who are not multimillionaires, they live in California. It can't be that bad. People are always going to put their limits on you first when you tell them your dreams. Stop it. Why are you trying to tell somebody your dreams is tearing down? Why are you explaining to somebody about this course? Why are you talking to them about this course and what you're getting from this course? If they want to learn it, tell them to sign up and join it. You have people giving you insight about a course that they know nothing about. that they've never been in. They telling you about a course they've never experienced. Girl, if I were you, you're not. Girl, if I was you, I would. You know how they do that. Girl, if I was you, I promise you I wouldn't do that. I don't know why you doing that, because I'm not you. So of course you wouldn't do it. That's why I'm doing it, so that I won't be exactly where I am today, a year from today, or 2 years from today. Do you understand? I made a conscientious decision to do that with my daughter, to take that trip, to take this trip, to fly back. Do you understand that I didn't just do it because I love you and care for you? That I didn't just do it because I know I'm gifted at this and I'm about to inspire and encourage you. I also did it because this is going to be a blessing to my babies. This is going to be a blessing to my grandbabies that are not alive. I'm doing something today that I knew. Do you think I would fly here if I didn't think it was mutually beneficial? You think I would have just showed up in this place? You go back and look at Eric Thomas stuff, and you look at how often I speak in places. Go back and look. I'm not that guy. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the dude that does 150 gigs. I don't do that. I'm rare. You don't see you don't go to my page and see a whole bunch of conferences and Eric Thomas just floating around speaking to everybody. I don't do that. I'm very selective. If I'm going to speak somewhere, I know when I show up, I'm gonna be a blessing. I have to know that where I'm going, it's gonna be a blessing as well. You have people that are not blessing you, talking to you about a blessing that's blessing you. That don't even make sense. You got people talking to you about a program that's gonna set you up for the rest of your life, but you're letting somebody tell you, can you stop waiting for other humans to give you permission and just take permission yourself? Can you stop getting other people to co-sign your life and your dream? Why you always gotta have somebody co-sign what you know is right in your heart? Why your boss gotta say yes too? You don't need 2 yeses from you and one from your boss. This ain't your boss life. This ain't your supervisor's life. This ain't your spouse's life. This is your life. I still got a calling. I still got a gift that I want to use. I'm not ready to put my gift on the shelf right now. I'm not ready. Will I back down? Yeah. I'm not doing 75% of what I used to do. But it's something about waking up and knowing that I want it. It's something about waking up and knowing I got to be in Arizona. It's something about waking up knowing that there's going to be an audience that's waiting for me. It's something about walking in my gift. It's something about knowing what my DOT is. It's something about knowing who my heart is. It's something about showing up and being a blessing. Not just about the money. You guys are about to be a blessing to so many people. You about to be a blessing to so many people. You're about to be a blessing to say it with me. I am a blessing. Yeah, come on. I am a blessing. Come on. I am a blessing to some woman that's hurting. I am a blessing to some kid that want to take his life. My program is going to stop somebody from committing suicide. My program is going to stop somebody from giving up. My program is going to change somebody's life. My program is going to bless a family. My program is going to make America a better place. My program. My program is going to make a difference. Come on, come on. My program is going to make a difference. My program is going to change somebody's life. My program is going to make a difference in this world. My program is going to make my spouse look at me different. My children look at me different. When a commercial comes on and my daughter sees the commercial, she says, at 24, that's my daddy. When a commercial comes on, my grandma called me and say, is that my grandson? When my commercial comes on, my auntie called me. I know that voice. I know that's my nephew. I know it's gonna make my grandma happy when I walk in my purse. My mama walks around. My mama just had on my t-shirt at the San Diego airport. She walked in with the t-shirt that said Just Believe with her baby logo on it. And the guy said to me, hey lady, you follow E.T. too? He helped me get through a divorce. What did he do for you? She said, that's my son. That's my firstborn. That's my son. That's my only son. That's my baby. You're gonna make your mama proud in this program. You're gonna make your son and your daughter proud of you with this program. And then more importantly, if you're not careful, they're gonna come behind you. I walked across the stage, Breslin, Michigan State University. My son walked across the same stage with a 4-year degree. My baby girl walked across the stage, and in May, she'll walk across it again with her master's degree. In social work, doing what? Helping people. Why? Because her daddy helps people. All right, let me go over it one more time. Let me go over it one more time. You are not where you're supposed to be because of you. You are not where you're supposed to be because of you. You are not where you're supposed to be financially because of you. It's all you. And it's because you're having a bad moment. You are human. You are human. I had a thought the other day, human. And I had it, I was on the treadmill, I had it for about 60 seconds. Then I had it for 90 seconds, and I was like, well, let's stop right now. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop right now. I don't know why you're thinking this, because it is not helpful to where you are, and it's not helpful to where you're going. Human. It might have been Tuesday or Wednesday, I was on a treadmill. Just some random dumb stuff came in my head. Just random, dumb, stupid stuff. And I was like, I do not accept that. This is my brain, not yours. I do not accept this thought right now. This thought is not healthy for my wife. It's not healthy for my kids. It's not helpful for ETA. It's not helpful for APOC. It has absolutely not. It's not helpful for those of you who I help. I could not do a video from this energy right now. There's nothing healthy about what just came in my brain. I will not just let it sit there and take residence. You have to go. And so I had to think another thought that was the opposite thought of that thought. And I had to say that for 90 seconds. And guess what happens? As powerful as the brain is, and as many things that it could think of in the subconscious mind in seconds, it cannot have two opposing thoughts at once. Your brain does not work that way. It cannot think of two things at one time. It can only think one thing at a time. And I decided that the thing that randomly came to my mind, I didn't want to think about that. Don't drown your voice for their voice. Like, close your ears and hear your voice. And you know what's going to happen? When you hear your voice and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be able to bless your spouse and your kids and your family in a way you can't when you're listening to their voice. Does that make sense? Like, yo, you've been listening to somebody else's voice, what they told you could do, what you couldn't do, and you took that stuff serious. It's your voice. You got to start listening to it. It knows best. Is that clear? When you get a thought that's not your thought, stop letting that thought just take control. It doesn't belong there. Anything that's not in alignment with your dreams and your goals, let it go. And so you're going to stop in the middle of the day with your phone, and you're going to put your earphones on, and you're going to listen to whatever you listen to, and you're going to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes, and you're going to get out of that funk. Okay, how many of y'all, you get into a funk sometime? Let me see your hand, be honest. How many of you get into a funk for more than like you let it just take the whole day? Just be honest. Stop. Stop. We're gonna do a 5-minute funk. I'm just being real, that's it. That's our rule for the new year. 5-minute funk, that's it. And after that 5 minutes, it's over. And during the 5 minutes, we're gonna stop it. So we might stop it at 2, we might stop it at 3, but by 5, it's stopped. What would your life look like if you only listen to your voice and you use your inner energy to help you to become successful? What would it look like? Now let me ask you this. How many of you have listened to other people's voice? You listen to it, let me see your hand. You literally listen to other people's voice. Hands down. How has that worked out? I'm just being real, here's what's crazy. It don't even work and you still doing it. Like, it doesn't even work, like it don't even help you, but you still doing it. You know why? Because you're more concerned about how they feel about you than how you love yourself. And you got a love problem and you need to fix it. You don't love yourself and you need to fix that. Why? Because you're concerned about what they think. They're not even you. And so we're gonna fix our thinking. We're going to channel our energy, and this is gonna be the best year of our life. Does that make sense? Come on, does that make sense? Good, all right, you can be seated now. All right, today is all about you. This is all about you. Okay, so do me a favor. Stop being deep and take everything you learn and use it, okay? Stop like trying to tell people you read 6 books and you ain't done nothing with them. I'm just religious people kill me. I read the whole Bible, and
Ain't nothing changed. You the same person. But it's like you get brownie points for reading the whole Bible. Like I go to church every Sabbath, and you get brownie points for that? Like what do you get for that? It's about change, right? So I don't want you to read the Bible. I just want you to find 3 scriptures this year that you can read and do them. Read 4 books and do what they tell you to do. Matter of fact, read 1 book and do what the book tell you to do. Like for real, just read 1 chapter and put the book down. Do what the chapter tell you to do. I'm just being real. What does it benefit you to read the whole book and you're not using it? All right, so this is the year of execution. Like we're gonna execute in small ways and those executions gonna turn into something, right? So I heard something that revolutionized my life. All right, I'm just gonna show you. Today is gonna be nothing but me just going 1 through 3 on you. Just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, helping you. So when you walk out of this place, I need at least 3 things that you're going to do that you weren't doing before or you were doing and you're gonna do it better. Does that make sense? All right, so here's what I wanna tell you, and it's gonna hurt. But if you're not exactly where you wanna be, it's your fault. Write that down, it's your fault. Put that down, put that down. If there's an area where you're not successful in like you wanna be successful, it's your fault. Now here's the cool thing about it. If it's your fault, then you have the power to do what? You have the power to change it, all right? So when we leave here, whatever you don't have that you want to have, if you're willing to make the adjustments, you can have it. So here's the first one, right? Write the word down, wealth. Now here's the biggest challenge that I have. And you got to be careful, y'all. And for a lot of us, if you're a minority, I get it. But I want to educate you today. Because we have been enslaved, what happens now is that we see wealth as money. All right, and I want you to understand something. When I break down what wealth is to you, money is low-hanging fruit. It's the easiest thing to get. I just want to make sure you're clear on that. And the reason why I say that is I want to help you. Because what happens for a lot of us is we get money and then all of a sudden we think we made it. You have not. Money is the easiest thing you can get. Why? Because you live in a capitalistic society. So money is the easiest thing to get. Being in a relationship for a long period of time and not getting a divorce, that's hard to do. Having a successful relationship with your kids, that's a hard thing to do. So what I want you to understand is, when you make money and you walking around with the Louis bag, I feel you, congratulations. That's the lowest level though. That's like getting a GED. I just want to make sure I'm clear, that's a GED. Because what, they sell Louis. They don't sell how to be in a successful marriage. They don't have that. You can't go to the store and get that. You can't go buy, I got $2,000. I want to have a great marriage. All right, bet, give me the $2,000. Here go a receipt. Come back in a month if it don't work. They ain't got no courses for you and your kids. So I just need you to understand, there's nothing wrong with making a lot of money and buying stuff. But you cannot make money and then walk around thinking you all that in a bag of chips. You got a GED. Congratulations. We should have throw a little party for you. A little baby one though. You ain't graduated from college. Ain't nobody about to cash you out. This is a GED. You feel me? But you should be proud. Put it up on the wall. But because you make money and you live in a house and you got stuff, that's not what Dr. Martin Luther King died for. He wasn't on that. He didn't say, I'm about to die so you can go buy Louis purses. Right? Is that clear? So I just want you to make sure that when you make good money, you put it in its proper place. Money is good to have, but if you could exchange a great marriage and a great relationship with your kids and only make 50 grand versus being a billionaire, but can't nobody stand you, you'd probably go for the 50 grand and have a healthy family. Does that make sense? And you be healthy. Amen. That's the highest level of success is when you get through all your hurt and your pain and you become whole. Because here's the deal. If you make money, you can teach me that. But if you're not whole, you can't lead me. No, you gotta hear what I'm saying. It doesn't make us bad people. If you were 3, ain't nobody tripping. If you were 4, ain't nobody tripping. But the world would not follow the 21-year-old Eric Thomas. Let me just be clear on that. The world ain't about to follow the 21-year-old Eric. My wife wasn't even following me. My wife left. My wife wasn't even feeling me and what I was doing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? No, nobody would follow the 26-year-old Eric. I was still a work in progress. But you will follow the 49-year-old Eric. Why? Because in many areas, I'm further along the road than you are. I'm not better than you, but I've made a commitment to be wealthier earlier than you. So when I think about motivation, what I think about is mental wellness. Write that down, mental wellness. We got to get to a point in life where we just don't focus on physical strength. Like we all in the gym, we vegan, some of us, we eat right? We take care of our physical bodies, but we don't take care of the mind. And when the mind is messed up, everything is messed up. Like when the mind is destroyed, everything is destroyed. So number one, I wanted to tell the young players that we got to take our mental and emotional fortitude. We got to take that serious. I'm going to be real, probably just recently, I realized I was mentally ill. Like, what you saying? Like, flat out, my mother was 17. My father wasn't in my life. I lived on the streets of Detroit for 2.5 years. I lived in abandoned buildings. I ate out of trash cans. Like, that was trauma. And my whole life, I was taught, like, you a man, be strong. Like, you a man, you don't cry. Like, you a man, be tough, right? And I personify that, like, flat out. Like, my videos, I ain't telling nobody, you get to whine, you get to give up, you get to cry. I ain't on that. But I realized in my own personal life, like, E, you've been traumatized, bruh. You came into this life with a 17-year-old. You came into this life without your father. Like, you came into this life without some of the skills that my son and my daughter got because my wife and I have been married 5 years before we had kids. So number one, when I think about motivation, I think about like, you got to be mentally strong. And what does that mean? It means that in Miles' case, instead of looking at dark times and looking at what you don't have, that's a mental illness. A mental illness is even when you got it good, you find a way to see the bad in what you have. A mental illness is even though the Lord has blessed you, you don't see what the blessings are. A mental illness is you don't have the ability to count on one hand all your blessings, and when you're still in the funk, you go to the second hand and you count. And so I started to become mentally strong, and I was able to look at, homeless ain't the worst thing that ever happened to you. Like, you could be dead, right? So what do you need to do? You need to start going to church. When I started going to church, I started saying, oh man, wow, I see they going to college. All right, yep, I'm gonna get my GED and go to college. I started looking at, the GED ain't the worst thing in the world because the GED opened up the 4-year degree. And yep, it took you 12 years, but you finished. Now you can go get the master's degree. Yep, now you can turn the master's degree into a PhD. And so all of a sudden, I was homeless because I was thinking about I didn't have my father. My mother was young. I grew up in a certain neighborhood. I didn't have certain advantages that everybody else had. So number one, and I want to stay on this one because, like I said, this kid never cried. He never complained. And so one of the things we want to do with our young players is like really help them to understand that while you got to go out there and put the points up, at the same time, you got to make sure mentally you're strong. Because a lot of stuff is going to happen in life, and you got to make sure when you get hit, you have the ability to get back up. Real quick, I want to make sure, when I say motivation, I'm actually talking about mental health. Yep. When I talk about motivation, I'm actually talking about, again, when I talk about motivation, I'm actually talking about, one more time. When I talk about motivation, I'm actually talking about, and how many of us, like for real, I know we hit the gym in the morning. I know we do that. I know we work out, we work on our games, but just being real, how many of us spend as much time on our mental health, motivation, like the ability to say, my favorite quote, never let a good crisis go to waste. My son, can you give me, Candace got the book. Can you let me see the book real quick? So mental health is, we are in a recession, right? That's mental health, we're in a recession. Like as a speaker, I don't know if y'all know what this means, but as a speaker, they said something about social distancing. Rocked my whole career. That's all I do, thank you, son. That's all I do is speak. So in 2019, when we entered 2020, they really said my whole job was gone, right? I'm accustomed to being in the locker room or being on the field or being at a stadium or being out of the country, talking to 10,000, 5,000. My whole job was gone. So what does mental health look like? It looked like, instead of me saying, man, I done lost my whole job. Like I'm used to making, at that time, $50,000 a pop. Like, ain't nobody paying that for no Zoom. Mental health was, relax, count your blessings, look within and see what can you do, even though they've taken your main source of income, what could you do? And so for those 2 years, I wrote a book. I got a publishing deal. right? I wrote a book, right? They came to me, hey, we're gonna pay you this much. I said, I'm good. I want a greater percentage. Like, I'm betting on ET. Like, flat out, I'm good. You ain't gotta give me no nothing up front. I don't need no royalty. I don't need nothing. I just need a greater percentage because I believe I'm gonna sell 1 million books. So during the recession, my mental health was like, yo, they've taken the one thing that you know, the one thing that you're good at. They've taken that away from you. I thought it was gonna be 6 weeks, then it was 6 months, then it was a year, then it was 14 months, 16 months. It was 18 months before I got back on the road again, right? Motivation is mental. Yeah, come on, motivation is mental. Good, motivation is mental. And we gotta work on that. So being honest, how many of you in the room, you spend as much time on your mental health as you do in the gym or as you do playing basketball? Let me see your hand, right? And it's cool, whatever, but I'm just saying, I got a kid who is dying of cancer. He knows he's going to die. He's swollen, the stuff is coming out, but every day when I see him, every day when I talk to this kid, he's still like, E.T., I have nothing but positive things to say. That's because physically he was handicapped, but mentally he was strong. And so we got to work on our mental. So number 2, the role requires souls. So of course we got to be selfless with the sacrifice. You know, I'm walking up the streets of Vegas. I'm, doing my thing. People pulling me to the side like, yo, E, flat out. You know how bros are. They like, E, I don't take pics with grown men. You know how we do. Like, yo, sometimes you see celebrities, bro, and they kind of play you. So I want to take a pic, but I ain't know. I'm like, bro, let's take this pic, bro. They was like, E, thanks for all the videos. I was like, bro, that's what I do. That's what King did. That's what X did. That's what Garvey did. That's what Sojourner Truth did. That's what Harriet Tubman did. Like, that's what I'm on. The same way when you guys were young, and I don't know who y'all looked up to, but whoever it was, Dr. J had the rock, Michael Jordan had the rock. The same way when you get that rock in your hand and you feel that way, that's the same way I felt about Martin Luther King when I would hear him speak, like, yep, I can do that. The same way when I would hear X lead a group of men, I was like, yo, I could do that. The same way with Marcus Garvey, when Marcus had, like, we going back to Africa and we got that pride, I'm like, yep, I could do that. So the same way you felt about that rock is the same way I felt about that mic. And I knew at a young age I could speak, and I was like, E, it just can't be about you. You gotta be selfless.
You'll notice that there's some people doing certain things and other people doing other things. Why? Because everybody that's in the dream ain't living the dream. I love living on this side of the left side of the dream. We say, what's the left side mean? If you ever go to a restaurant, the price is on the right side. I live on the left side. Like, I don't look at the, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was just at a restaurant and I told the lady, she's like, here's the menu. I said, I'm good on that. She says, you good on that? Like, what you gonna order? Because it's on, I said, no, I don't wanna order nothing you have. I wanna tell you what I want. She's like, what does that mean? Like, we got the turkey. I said, no. I wanna switch this up. I want a salad, and this is what I want in the salad. Then I want a chicken breast, don't cut it. And then I want some eggs. She's like, that's not on the menu. I said, is it in the back, in the refrigerator? Like, don't make this complicated. Do you have a refrigerator in the back? She was like, yeah. Do you have everything I just listed? Do you have that? Absolutely. Do you have an award-winning chef like you claim in the back? He can't make a salad? And it's absolutely not. They said they went up. I said, oh, I didn't even know, because I always fill up my tank. I just go get gas. I never look. $7 a gallon? I can't believe it. Now, there was a time in my life when I have a poverty mindset, when I wasn't connected to people like this, that I would go, give me 5 on 5. Give me 10 on 3. I don't live in poverty anymore. We fill it up. And I drive an Escalade. We just fill it up. Why do we fill it up? Because I have the mindset that says, if we become one, that's gonna be tough for some of y'all. So the first one I told you was your family, because you're gonna need your family. You're gonna need your family. You're gonna need your family to get up. You're gonna need your family to push you. Let's be honest. How many of you on your own, you slept in on your own? You just slept in. Just be honest. Some point in your life, you just slept in. You know you're supposed to get up. Raise your hand. You know you're supposed to get up. You slept in. How many of you had to take care of your child or do something for your mama or do something for your aunt, somebody you loved, and you set that alarm clock and you got up because they had that doctor's appointment or they had that baseball game or they had that parent-teacher conference and you wanted to be there, that field trip? Raise your hand. Good, good, good. All right, here's what I need you to do for me. All right, this is gonna be tough for y'all. Listen to what I'm trying to say before I go. This is not a motivational speech. This is an opportunity. There are people in other countries that will kill you to get here to get this opportunity. There are people who come to this country and don't know the language and don't take no class but figure it out quick. Why? Because they're hungry so they can do it, feed their family. It's a mindset. But a mindset without an opportunity is nothing. The question now, number one, what side of the American dream do you want to be on? And if you want to be on the left side, you get to determine how you live. You live life on your terms. If you're ready to live life on your terms, let me see you stand. Come on, come on. If you're ready, not everybody, only those of you who are willing, you're ready. Good, you're ready, you're ready. How many of you wrote down that number? You know what that number is. Let me see your hand. We're gonna keep it concrete. We're waking up every day and we're going for the 5.8. Every day when you wake up, if you're not moving toward that 5, if there's something in your life, number 2, a distraction, that's not going to help you make the 5.8, we're not doing it. E.T., you work in the NCAA. Why aren't you in New Orleans? New Orleans is not about to help me make the rest of my life better. I got tickets to the game. I can sit up front. I can take the camera and show people where I am. I'm not doing that. Why? Because that's not a part of my dream and my goals. You can be seated. 2 people, real quick, tell me what it's going to take in the real estate business to make this thing happen. Give me 2 people who succeeded. What is it gonna take? We're gonna keep it concrete. Let's go. 2 things it's gonna take to be successful in this career. Good. Follow up. Good. Commitment. Man, let me tell y'all something. Let's start. Let's do the follow up. I promise y'all, if you know me, I'm not the best of the best. The reason why I'm here today is because in 2007, I made a commitment. Because there was a recession, I made a commitment. Instead of being the person that's constantly dogging the country out, dogging people out, dogging my president out, dogging everybody out, I said, it's not what my country could do for me, it's what I could do for my country. And I made a commitment every single Monday from 2007 to the day I die, I was putting up positive content. Every Monday, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. Bring it from the bottom. Thank God it's Monday. And the reason why I said it is because in America, Monday is the most important day of the week. Friday is when you go play. Monday is when you go to work. And this country is what this country is because we go to work, not just to play. And so consistency every Monday. And people start responding. 100,000, 200,000, a million. Then I started doing it every single day. And all of a sudden I started getting commercial deals. I started getting book deals. I started getting movie stars to call me. I started coaching NFL, NBA players. I started working with the NBA. I worked with Baylor last year to help them to win a national title. When I was consistent, watch this. Y'all gotta please write this down. What is consistency? Consistency is having a goal, and when you wake up that day and you don't feel like it, you still do what you told yourself you was gonna do. That's all consistency is. It is the days you don't feel like doing it, but you look at your wife, you look at your kids, you look at the country, and you realize that I am where I am because of other people's sacrifice. I got to get up and make it happen, even though I don't measure yourself. And here's the biggest problem. How do you know if you're growing or not if you're not measuring yourself? So I need you every day. Don't be scared. And I'm not gonna lie. Some days I get on the scale and I know I ran and I worked out, but I had the blueberry muffin, and I already know what the bread does to me. But I got to get on there anyway. So every single day, I want you to measure yourself, and I want you to be honest, right? And here's the thing: we're so narcissistic that you measuring yourself on your own measure and it don't work. Like you can't say, I don't feel like I gained weight today.
can't do that. You gotta really get on the scale. You can't say you feel like. So me and my wife we've been out of town quite a bit, right? We're trying to stay out of the winter months. And I promise y'all, I was eating right, but I wasn't really working out. And I had got on the scale at the hotel, because my wife got on the scale, and she told me what she weighed, and I was like, man, whatever. So I got on it and was like, man, it's junk. This some old hotel foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It's some old hotel foolishness, bro. This is electronic. They ain't got right batteries in this joint. This joint is broke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even on this right here. And then I got to the crib and got on my scale. They was real close. I was like, look, I ain't lying. I got off, grabbed something heavy and put it on that joint. It's like, okay, we got to reset this. This ain't right. Took it off, got back on that joint. It was the same thing. I was like, man. I was measuring in my mind, not on a real measurement. And if you measure on a real measurement, you're going to know if you're growing or not. It is what it is. You run a mile and you clock it, it's going to tell you. So a lot of y'all at the same place you were last year because you keep measuring you. You keep measuring yourself. And you sweet to yourself. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to have an accountability partner who could be real with you. And get a real one. Don't play games with it, all right? All right, so here's the last one I need you to do. This is gonna take you a long time, right? So I want you to do it every 30 days. I want you to come back and ask yourself in turn, look, first I need you to master you. So do me a favor, go get your penny, like go get cups or mason glass, just get whatever. And I want you to put you, right? Master you, right? Master your money, master your craft, just everything you can think of that's a part of who you are, I want you to master it. So I need you to listen to me. I need you to master, not just do. Some of y'all doing what you're doing, and you hear, I had a conversation with LaShawna yesterday, right? And I was like, okay, LaShawna, I got it. I see I can help people. Here's the problem with some of you, and look, this is it, and I got something I want y'all to help me with. I said, I get it now. People who did good in school, the way tell me how they reward y'all when you're in school. They give you a sticker. How you feel when you get that sticker though? You feel good when you get that sticker. How else do they grade you? Numbers. They give you see the 3-5, and you go to the crib like, here, mom like, you got a 3-5. I'm so proud of you. You like, boom. I said, I get it now, see? I didn't do well in school, so I never got the stickers and stuff. But when I was homeless, the only way they reward you when you're homeless is you gotta execute. You gotta survive. We don't get stickers for surviving. Nobody affirms you because you survive. But the way you know you sweet when you homeless is you woke up and then nobody kill you. You gotta get what I'm saying. Like maybe y'all don't know it, but when I used to be homeless, we had to go from house to house. Why? Because people were scoping you out when you were in that house. And so they would watch me go in houses. So I knew I could only stay for so many days. And once I stayed too long and I came back, they took all my stuff. So I learned on the street, the school of hard knocks, that in the real world, you don't get stickers and you don't get grades. The only way you know you succeeded is if you survive, if you execute. So I said, I get it. Some of you are not successful because you think effort is success. I got it. You think because you put in 40 hours that you're supposed to get some because you put in 40. It don't work like that in the school of hard knocks. They don't care how many hours you put. They just want to see the execution. So you feeling in your spirit like, yo, but I did just as much as he did. I studied just as much as he studied. It doesn't matter. You just gotta execute. So for some of y'all, didn't mean to do me a favor. Like scratch off effort. Effort don't count no more. Effort don't pay bills. Effort don't get your kids through school. They need a check. So you proud of your effort. No more effort. Mastery is the only thing. That's it. That's it. Only mastery. Why? Because they played us. They put us in school for 12 years and most of us still couldn't pass those tests. So they gave you all those grades, but then you couldn't pass the test when it was showtime. And they just wasted 14, 15, 16 years of your life. Because when you needed it, you couldn't produce when it was showtime. So you just the same as the person that didn't go to school. Y'all got the same results. If I paid you all that money and we get the same like if I went to all that school and I can't pass the test and you didn't go to school and you can't pass the test, the world I come from, we the same.
You just feel you better because you got stuff on the wall. But the results are the same. You didn't pass, I didn't pass. It's the same results. But you feel good because since you were a child, people rewarded you for not executing, but they rewarded you for trying real hard. And so now you want me to do that. And in the real world, they don't do that. They only reward you when you can execute. So you must master. That's the last one. What's your motives? Measure it. Get somebody that can help you to measure. And then the last one, you have to master it or you're going to be extinct. They're going to get rid of you and replace you. If you can't master it, they gon' get it, right? All right. So real quick, come on, somebody, let's give me a couple people, tell me what I told you to do, and then I got something I need you to help me with. Oh, the mason jars. That go your jars. So master, so they go to jars. So master yourself. So whatever your craft is, put it in there. So whatever you do, so I speaker. So write on a piece of paper, speaker. Drop it in there. At the end of the month, see how many gigs you did. I mean, we're gonna make it hard. I'm sorry, see, I got a GED. I thought I explained myself. I apologize. So you're just gonna put it in there. All the gigs you do, you're gonna put them in there. And at the end of the month, you're gonna pull the gigs out and you're gonna see how many. Now, if you did 20 gigs, don't get excited. Because then I want you to flip it over and tell me how much money you made. And if you couldn't pay your rent, you need to hurry. You ain't mastered it. We got some work to do. And what happens when you don't master something? You go back. I told you I was just at the school system, and I saw teachers who loved the work I do. They were talking about how great it was, and they were in front of people, and they wanted to make me look good, but I saw them get stuck. They was like, we don't want to betray Eric, but we got to tell the truth. And the truth is, we did what you told us to do, E, but after 3 or 4 weeks, we got stuck. And then I realized, I do what I do so naturally. And because I didn't really do the school thing, I never document what I do. And there's some people that can't observe. When you come from the streets, you have to watch and you have to repeat.
I got to clear my mind of some stuff, but when I get up there, I got to do what I got to do. Why? Because success is not a failing. It's a mindset. I need you to clear your mind of every single thing that's in it that's stopping you from being successful. The first one is what everybody else thinks. 1, here's what I need y'all to do for me. I only need you to worry about what one person thinks. Right? I know this is gonna blow some of y'all mind. But why is it that your parents, great human beings, great character, they're not entrepreneurs? How is it that they can make you feel bad about something that you're doing that they know absolutely nothing about? No, you think I'm playing when I say 1. I mean it. You got to be on one accord. So whatever the 10 principles or the 20 principles or the 30 principles, if you're not going to do all the principles that he's doing, if you're not going to have mindset he has, you're not going to be able to get the stuff. You're not going to be able to do you can't do 50-50. It's not a 50-50 split. You can't decide I'm going to do this part, but I'm not going to do this part. Does that make sense? That's what I mean about being on one accord. No, when I say one accord, I mean if I get slapped right here, I got to let you slap me over there. I'm from Detroit, Chicago originally. I wasn't raised like that. But once I decided that the good book was going to be my guide, if you smack me here, tell me, let me smack you there. It's no 50-50. It's not you smack me here, but no, I don't follow this part. I don't do this part. Like, okay, I'm good, but not this part. You ain't gonna let nobody smack me. They smack me, I'm smacking them back. It's not eye for an eye too. That's not what it is. You better hear what I'm saying. I don't care how much money I make. The good book says I'm supposed to return the tithe. So I return the tithe, then I bless the church with a little bit more money. Then I bless other. It's not a 50-50. I don't get to choose which parts I like and which parts I don't. And some of you are not successful because you picking and choosing. All right, I'm gonna say it again. I'm saying like you didn't really like that part. I'm gonna say it one more time. Some of you are not successful not because you can't do this business. Number 1, you're listening to people who have no business in your ears. Stop. It works. It works. High school dropout. America, it works if you work it. You can have and be and do whatever you want. I told you, I got a coach. I had to pay to learn how to listen. Okay, you missed that one. That's a bonus. No, you missed that. I had to get a coach to teach me to stop going this way and stop going this way and follow what I'm told. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. I had to get, how many of you honestly, you don't have a coach? Raise your hand, be honest. You don't have a coach. Be honest, raise your hand. You don't have a coach. You need a coach to teach you how to get people out your ear. You need a coach to teach you how to go even when you don't feel like going. You need a coach to make you wake up and think about your family. You need a coach to help you get, please listen to me. Nothing is impossible. That's a mindset. Write this down. I need to do something serious about my limiting beliefs. I want you to take this word out of your vocabulary. I shouldn't even say it, but some of you have it, so I have to say it. Write it down on your phone, please. I need you to replace fear with faith. No more fear. Jim Rohn said, all of us, we got the same ending. We're gonna die. So if you know you're going to die, why are you playing it safe? Like if you know you're gonna die, why are you listening to other people tell you about your life? If you're gonna die, why don't you live your own life? Man, that's what I loved about my grandma. She drove until she was 89 years old. She died in her own home. She didn't die nowhere else. My grandma lived her life on her terms. My grandma got her hair done every 2 weeks. She still was getting her hair done. She was still going and getting massage. She was still going to get manicure and pedicure. With the little money she had, she lived life on her terms. And guess what? There were some people in my family that didn't like the fact that she lived life on her terms and didn't care what they thought. But you know what? She died on her terms. You're gonna die anyway. Don't die on your grandma's terms. You're gonna die anyway. Don't die on your friend's terms. You're gonna die anyway. Don't die on your parents' terms. If you're gonna die, die on your own terms. But I always had a dream, and I always knew I was doing something wrong by introducing people to the spirituality, by introducing them to personal development, by making sure their relationships was good, but they couldn't make no money. And so I was always like, man, God, something's missing. And God like, yeah, the making money part is missing. And so somebody came to me once, was like, E.T., what is it? Is it God or is it money? I said, get as much as both of them as you can. I want to change somebody's perspective. Get as much money as you can possibly get. Do you know a lot of y'all, you're going to have a long conversation with God. Yeah, you're going to have a long conversation with God because God is going to show you economically what you should have made and what you made while you were on the earth. Now, I want you to understand something. I need you to understand that money is not about money. But if you are as gifted as you say you are, if you the head and not the tail like you say you are, if you above and not beneath like you say you are, if you a royal priesthood like you claim you are, oh, you missed what I just said. If you all of that, then what you should be able to do and attract should be much more than living from check to check. Hey man, we got two problems. We got one problem, either you're not operating in your anointing or you're not stewarding properly, and both of them are a problem. Hey man, come on, somebody talk back to me. I'm talking to you, I'm telling you, because the gifts that he put inside of you were to make room for you. But you ain't using your gifts because you focusing on what other people are telling you you should and should not do. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to honestly say, hey God, how much money should I produce with all the gifts that you've given me? I'm not on no money's tip. God already told me, son, you should be a billionaire. God is like, son, I didn't super anointed you. I didn't just gave you an anointing out of this world, son. I didn't gave you a gift, son. Now, the problem is you're not making money because you're one dimensional. You just keep worrying about heaven, and I need you to focus on earth. No, can I just be honest? God was like, you so worried about heaven that it's some opportunities you missing on earth. You gonna get here when you get here, and when you get here, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's on me. But there's some stuff you're supposed to be doing down there, that's on you.
Oh, I'm trying to say it simple so you can get it. You so focused on getting to heaven, you so focused on spiritual things that you're no earthly good. Come on, son, listen to me. And this is why y'all should be excited. Not only are we gonna get to $1 billion, you ought to be excited because there's no way to get to $1 billionaire without helping you get to $1 millionaire. Oh, y'all just missed that. Y'all missed that whole thing. Me making $1 billion ain't got nothing to do with me. Me making $1 billion is empowering you. And when I empower you and you take off, and I got 20,000 people in the earth handling their business, do you understand how we made the New York Times bestsellers list? We wasn't on nobody's show, y'all. We wasn't on nobody's radio. Didn't nobody write about us. We made it because we poured into you, and then you poured back into us. Maybe you don't know who you are. You gotta understand who you are. Because the old ET would have did 300, 500 and filled this whole place up. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to teach you who you are. The old me would have did $300, $400, $500 and had 4,000 people in here. God says, don't do that. You thought you came here for a conference. We are attached together now, y'all. Our movement and our ministry and everything we do. Well, y'all miss what I just said. Y'all miss what I just said. I just told you God said, don't bring them 4,000 in here. Half of them ain't about nothing anyway. Don't bring them in here. Don't bring them around them. Don't you do that to them. Don't worry about the multitude. We ain't about to change the world with the multitude. We about to change it with the few. We don't need 4,000. Pay attention to how they drink water. And if they're not drinking it right, don't invite them. Make sure they're drinking it right because we about to change the world. Hallelujah. So I need you to understand something. I don't care what they tell you. If you're in this room, I don't care what they told you. I don't care what they say. You made it in the room. Oh, and I'm excited because I made it in the room. Oh, you're not hearing me? I don't got no past. I'm blessed. Oh, okay, y'all missed it. David's son said, God, I'm not even worthy to lead such a people. Now, before, listen to me very closely. It's gonna be a lot of slides. The main slide is you better figure out who you are before we get out of here. Because a lot of you, because you don't know who you are, you dummying down, you shrinking, you talking too much. Some of y'all for real, every time you go, you just talk. Why? Because you don't know who you are. We don't need all that talking, we need execution. But when you don't know who you are, you talk to try to convince people to believe you are. Shut up and just get on the New York Times bestsellers list. Just shut up and do the LA Times. Just shut up and get on USA Today. Just shut up and grind and let your grind speak for you. We ain't got to tell them who we are. We just keep grinding and they gonna figure it out. Because you told them. Okay, we're gonna get back to the slide. Y'all gotta hear this part, you're missing it. I didn't tell them, you told Barnes & Nobles that we was the best. You told Barnes & Nobles that Barnes & Noble said this is the #1 book at Barnes & Noble. I didn't call and tell them that. You told them when you showed up and you got the book. You told them when you bought all the books. Come on, somebody. You told Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble's like, who is he? Listen to me. I believed in you so much that I didn't even put my face on the cover of the book. Oh, you better hear what I just said. I didn't even put my face on the cover. I didn't even want them to know who I was. I trusted that you was gonna tell them who I was. You just gonna snatch them jokers off like, give me these, right? Y'all only got 5? Some of y'all was irate. Y'all got 5? And you only gonna order 5 more? You better get 100. Somebody called and ordered 100. I need 100. Don't bring them to my house. I need 100 in Barnes & Nobles, and I need to come and get them so you can see who he is. Don't bring them to my house. Oh, y'all missed what I just said. Do y'all know who y'all are? And if you knew who you were, you stop shrinking. And you stop worrying about what they think about you. No, listen to me very closely. We're gonna change this world. Your life gonna change. As soon as you realize who you are and you get in alignment, everything's gonna change. So let's go there again. So we start here. Most of y'all gotta start with your pain points because you don't know how powerful you are. So let's start with the pain point. Let's go again. Put that up for me on the screen. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write your pain point down, and I want you to write down the thing that God is asking you to do. When you leave this room, like, nope, I'm not living from check to check no more. And here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. What's the pain point, right, that this conference can help you solve? Here's the cool thing. You don't need to do none of this. You just need to be honest with God about it. What goals can the conference help you achieve? Yeah. And for some of you, it's a leverage question. How will you leverage what you learned this weekend and take it to the next level? Dream all you want. Kid came to me the other day. He's about 24 years old. He wants to be an animator. Everybody dogging him out. He was like, E.T., maybe my dreams are too big. Tell me your dream. I don't see what you doing on Wednesday. What time you getting up on Saturday? What you doing on the weekend when everybody else chilling? Show me your plan. Don't just show me your dreams. So if we gonna win 58, we gonna have to have some steps to go with that. All doable. I walked in here, bro. Some of y'all too tall to walk in the door. You got the athleticism. Now we need to plan. You got to be intentional and deliberate. I don't wear Reebok. Ain't nothing wrong with Reebok. I just don't wear them. I ain't associate. I don't know nobody other than the pumps. You know what I'm saying? In the dub. I don't really know a lot of people that wear. I know Nike. I wear Muhammad Ali for a reason. I wear J's for a reason. I ain't trying to be fashionable. Muhammad Ali was the best to do it, and I saw him as a kid. I was born in the 70s. I saw him go to work. I watched MJ do his thing. I don't wear it because I'm fashionable. I wear it because I want to be associated. I want to be around greatness. I know what Nike represents. Serena with him. Kobe was with him. Jordan was with him. You got to be intentional and deliberate. Now, here's what I mean when I say 120. So I had a guy the other day, I was on the phone with a guy, and he said he was a Laker fan from back in the day. I was like, oh, what era? He was like, Kobe, Gasol. I was like, all right, do me a favor. You really a Laker fan? He's like, yeah. I was like, name everybody that played on the squad that year. You're doing too much. I'm just going to walk. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the old ladies just walking in the mall. Hey, I don't see them lifting no weights and doing no burpees and nothing like that. They just walking for an hour. I was like, I like that. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm just being real. If you live in a third world country, I don't care what time you get up. I don't care what time you go to bed. You in a third, you got to come take it.